I'm Tracy Baxter with the Friday edition of Record Newswatch. As expected, we awoke to the sight of snow on the ground with the promise of more to come. The Catskills and Hudson Valley regions were in the path of a snowstorm that was expected to dump around 7 inches of snow on much of those areas, maybe a bit more in the higher elevations. It meant the closing of schools and the cancellation of most scheduled events. It's sure to be a long day and night for Public Works Department snow removal crews. In Middletown, DPW trucks were lining up this morning to get loads of road salt for the battle to keep streets passable. Mayor Joe DeStefano made this appeal to residents who will be doing their own cleanup.
Do not throw it back in the streets, because all it does is then requires the plow to come by again and spend more of your money and make the streets unsafe.
Please stay off the street as much as you can. Allow our men and our plows to go in and do their work properly. Do not park on the street, or even though it is allowed to park in the street, keep your car off the street. It creates hazard.
One of the big trouble spots this afternoon, a section of Interstate 84 near Exit 5 in the Montgomery area, where a tractor-trailer rig had jackknifed, forcing the closing of that section of 84 westbound. You'll get the very latest on the storm and its impact when you go to recordonline.com/winter. Elsewhere today, Snowstorm did not deter the man who robbed a bank in the town of Wallkill this morning. Police were looking for the gunman who walked into the Bank of America branch on Route 211 at around 10 a.m. He was wearing a ski mask and pulled out a handgun. After demanding money, he ran out with an undisclosed amount of cash. Police say a white SUV may have been the probable getaway vehicle. In Ulster County, police agencies today changed the focus of their search for a Saugerties man who disappeared last Sunday evening in the city of Kingston. Yesterday, police and volunteers searched wooded areas along railroad tracks and along the banks of Esopus Creek in what proved to be an unsuccessful effort to find clues to the whereabouts of 33-year-old Zach Green, who was last seen outside a restaurant in uptown Kingston. Today, police were interviewing friends and relatives and checking out surveillance video from uptown businesses in the hope of finding Green. Police say they do not suspect foul play at this point. Anyone with information is asked to call Kingston City Police at 331-1671. Well, that proposed deal involving the city of Newburgh and the city's Firefighters union may not be a done deal after all. Both sides announced details of a 5-year contract agreement earlier this week that would save the jobs of a dozen paid firefighters in exchange for 5% pay cuts over 2 years for the firemen. The councilwomen Marge Bell and Christine Bellow say the contract would jeopardize the city's long-term financial future, a stance that's angered Mayor Nick Valentine, who's accused them of grandstanding and not taking the necessary action as a way to gain public support. Valentine says if they vote no at Monday's council meeting, he will too, and that would kill the deal. The Firefighters Union is expected to approve it when they vote Sunday. And residents who live in a building at a Middletown condominium complex are renewing their call for action to make repairs and remove mold that they say is making family members sick. Stephanie Winton and Gary Cheatham took a Record Online on a tour of Building 1 at Buttonwood Hills condominiums earlier this week. They say in the past 3 years, nothing positive has been done by management to fix water leaks that have created mold and structural safety hazards. A full video report will be posted here at Record Online on Monday, and reporter Christian Livermore will have the complete story in Monday's edition of the Times-Herald Record.